Hey guys, I'm 7Demo7's daughter. I don't know a lot about drift cars, so my dad's gonna teach me. And I see that my dad's drifting his cars. I kinda like drift cars. They're pretty cool. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's 7Demo7 and I was just involved in a RC drift competition, and I thought for some of the guys out there on my channel that might not know anything about it, I would kind of explain what RC competitions are and how they're scored, and I'll do some race analysis from my top 8 finish that I had. So if you guys are familiar with Formula Drift, the rules are very similar. The competition is done on a portion of the track or a full lap of the track. There's a total of 2 laps taken. You can see here that I'm going to be leading in the white car with Chris following me. After I take my lead run, we switch positions and start a second lap. In this competition, the judging does not start until the back straightaway. The lead car is responsible for hitting 4 marked clipping points on the track. On the right hand side of the screen here, you can see one of the red clipping points. The 4 clipping points for this competition are here, 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 and here. And the start finish line is on the back straight where we crossed the line in the beginning. In addition to hitting the clipping points around the track, the lead car is also responsible for keeping proper angle, keeping it inside of a drift, and also keeping proper speed through the whole entire lap. So the follow car, what I'm trying to do here is to try and match the angle of the lead car and keep as close proximity to the lead car as possible. So there's ways that you can have point deductions taken from your lead or follow run. Number one, if you touch a barrier or go over the white lines that are around the track, you can get deducted points for that. Hitting a barrier is considered a crash. If you hit the other car and make him go off of his line, that can be a deduction as well. You can have body rubbing and touching as long as you don't throw the other car off of its line. Obviously, spinning out is a massive deduction. If a lead car misses a clipping point, that is a deduction as well. And also, if the follow car blocks the lead's line as the car is transitioning, that can be held against the follower as well. Now, once the judges have scored both runs, they will come out with a victor, or if the runs were so close that they can't decide who is the winner, they'll have a OMT, which is a one more time, and the competition will keep going, and they will keep going head to head until they find a winner. And let's go ahead and do some race analysis here. I'll show you the first 2 laps from my competition here, and also we had a one more time. We'll go ahead and go through that. First, I will play the clip in real time with no voiceover, and then we'll see it in slow motion with a little bit of voiceover.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, Chris on the lead, step on the chain. Nice, just poking that gap. Getting the clear, nice and easy. Coming around, go to the second clear. Looks like Jason's doing a great job on a nice line. Steps trying to get aggressive to close the gap.
Well, okay guys, that was a really good lead and a really nice follow. So let's just take a look at who might have the advantage in this particular run here. So we're not actually going to be starting until we hit this back straight. There's actually a double set of lines through this graffiti area right about there. So now we are in competition right here. We're throwing into the first big sweeper, high speed sweeper. I come through here a little fast, and I'm able to catch up to Chris. I had a little bit of a gap there as I was following him, so I'm closing up the gap here. I'm trying to get as close to his door as I can without hitting him, and what I'm trying to do here is time my transition, so when he transitions, I transition at the same exact time. We're coming through, and Chris is hitting all of his clipping points. I'm getting within a car's distance of him. A tiny little tap there, probably was no deduction at that point, but I'm keeping a really nice tight line here, and I'm putting the pressure on all the way to the finish line. So we're coming down through here into the finish line. I believe the judges called this one advantage to the follower, which was me, a slight advantage. Okay guys, so here is my lead run.
Looks like that's on the lead. Chris is following, trying to close the gap. Coming into the square. Nice. Chris opens that gap. Applies that pressure right on Jeff. Jeff gets that second slip. No slip. Finishes to the wall. Oh, nice. Ooh. Wow. Wow. That was crazy. Wow.
Well, okay guys, let's take a walk through this lead run that I just did here. You might have seen the obvious mistake that I had at the very end, but let's take a quick peek here. So we're coming around the first sweeper here into the start finish line. Start finish is right here. And I put a pretty big gap on Chris here, but he is going to close it up around this sweeper. He closes it up really, really nice. I'm going to the outside first clip right here. I hit it pretty nicely. And keeping a nice smooth line around this corner. And I transition here. He transitions a little bit late, but still he is on me, and I hit the second clipping point. Really, really nice follow. He comes very close but does not touch me, which is really nice. Third clipping point, nose point right here. Clips it real nice. I hold the throttle a little bit too late, and I swing into this last clipping point fine, but I actually hit the barrier right here. And that basically evened up our runs. I had the advantage going in, and I had one mistake on the lead lap. So we actually are going to go for a one more time.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. That's it. All the runs should be like one more time and stuff like that. It should be like real tight. Here we go. Chris on the lead. Now that they're warmed up, they're going to do a better job this round. Watch. First flip. Steps right on his door. Chris did a great job sticking to the top line. Steps applies that pressure. Here we go. There's no flip. Both nail it. Squeezing it up to the wall. Chris gets it. Steps applies that pressure. Finishes. Oh. Nice.
Alright guys, so let's do some analysis here. Let's check out this run. Chris is leading here, and I'm trying to put as much pressure as I can as a follower onto him as we're coming to this front straight here. We're going to be getting a lot of speed going. Coming across the start finish here, I'm right on his tail. Throwing into the first sweeper here, coming through, holding a lot of angle, and I'm trying to get my car as close to him as I can. Coming through the first clip here, through the first clip here. And I'm keeping pretty nice proximity. He's having a really nice lead. I'm trying to transition at the same exact time that he is. I'm staying right on his door, and he comes through and he hits the second clip really, really nice. Coming around here to the third clip, which is a nose clip. It means you're hitting it with the nose of your car and not the tail of your car. And I'm trying to transition once again at almost the same time as Chris here. He's going for that fourth clip. I'm trying to keep my nose right in his door, and we finished pretty nice here. I believe the judges called this one even. I would have probably called it for me, but of course I'm a little bit biased. Anyway, we are even going into the last round.
3, 2, 1. Jeff's leading. Chris is chasing. Here we come around the first flip. Both get it.
Well, okay guys, let's take a look at my lead lap here. Now, because the first lap was considered even, this is the lap that's going to be scored, and whoever wins this lap is going to be the winner of this drift comp, or this round of the drift comp here. So we're coming around here to the start finish line, and Chris is a little bit closer here, which is, he's doing a really good job. He's holding nice angle. We come around here to the first clip, and here's where my big mistake came in here. As you can see, I'm holding angle, but then all of a sudden I straighten out a little bit, and this is probably the reason why I lost this round here. I straighten up right there around the apex of that corner, so that was probably lasting in the judges' minds as we come through here, because Chris is keeping nice proximity and nice angle, but that was my bobble. I basically straightened out going into that first clipping area of this track. So The rest of the lap looks like it goes just fine. Chris is putting the pressure on here really nicely. We hold everything tight together really well. So anyway, that's how the judging went down. I ended up getting to the top 8, but my first round I got taken out by Chris. He did a great job. I just want to say a big thanks to Super G for putting on the competition, and also to my buddy Chad for actually getting the footage from my iPhone. It was really nice. Anyway, hopefully if you guys were curious about RC drifting, this is how the competitions are run, and hopefully you guys will get out there and drift sometime.